Prior to Alfresco, with the e-commerce platform, a lot of the content changes were actually made by development. So developers would go into the code and change the images, change things, and it would take hours to change an image in production. So with Alfresco, we've actually been able to free up IT resources so they can focus on other projects. The primary goal with Alfresco was to take the ownership of the content away from IT and to hand it over to the business teams that know it and own it, and make them, empower them to be able to be in full control of their content, from editing and creating to actually publishing the content. We publish a new version of our site every week. With Alfresco, we have the ability to publish and change content on the fly. So it's supporting both, where we can continue to work in this weekly cycle, but we can make changes on the fly. They had chosen Alfresco mostly for the open source, the Java platform. They had heard some success stories from other customers, other retailers. Compared to the competitors, it was much easier financially to implement. One of the main advantages or things that we liked was the openness and the open source. Open source to me usually, besides the way the software is coded and shared, it also usually means there's a larger community behind it. So we thought that having the community behind the product would be an advantage. And it's also fit into the current stack. They're pretty much, all the software we use is open source and Java, so it just fit right in. The community was just a great place to go to search and read through the blogs of the engineers from Alfresco, or search the forums, or attend meetups. Just hearing how other people are using the platform and the system, has inspired me to try new things, or shown that things are possible. The users, I think, immediately realize the advantage of Alfresco, because they can now, without bothering IT, they could change their images on the fly. So user adoption, they definitely like that part right away. As we've been able to provide better tools that allow them to allow the users to basically just do their jobs, the adoption is, they all really enjoy it. Store managers can log in and change the hours of their stores, promote any events that are coming up. So that's really kind of expanded our user base. We probably have close to, say, 100 merchandising teams that work with Alfresco now, maybe 10 or 15 marketing from marketing department, and then these 56 store managers. It's easy to develop yourself or work with partners and have enhance the experience. Because we implemented Alfresco as a service, it made it very easy to expose this service to other sites and apps. So we have 2 mobile apps. We have an iPhone app and an iPad app. We are also using the same store content that I mentioned on our Saks.com, which is actually a brand new e-commerce site that we recently launched. So we're actually able to leverage the exact same content and use it on multiple sites. There are future plans of expanding into additional sites, and we plan to utilize Alfresco for that as well.